In this session, I'm going to show you how I shade in order to achieve realism. I'm going to reveal my shading approach that I've been using so far because I shade a certain way which will get us a few steps close to realism. Moreover, my shading method will help you enhance your shading style. Most students that take my course have a problem with shading, and also you'll get the knack of shading only if you know how to study the subject, how to see the subject properly. So, shall we get into the video part? If you find this video informative, please like this video, which will motivate me to make more such videos. I only do hatching. Now I'm going to show you how I do that to achieve realism. See, the key to achieve realism is to keep the shading as smooth as possible. Stroke should not be separate from the other stroke. It should all be very even as possible. I'll show you with an example. You see, this is what I do. Hatching. As in back and forth, right? Back and forth. And if you are a beginner, I would suggest just do one side. Like this. Just do one side. What I do is both sides. I go back and forth. Now I'm going to show you with an example how I do shading, right? This is my subject. So light is falling. This is the floor. This is the shadow formation. I'll try to make it as realistic as possible. Now I want you to follow me carefully. So what I am doing is just filling it. If you are new to shading, if you are new to drawing, just keep it in one direction. I'm just using two pencils, 5B and 8B. Okay. So this is just 5B. I'm just trying to keep it as even as possible. So one stroke should not be different from the other stroke. Using 8B, 12B and 5B, that's all. So if you are new, just keep it in one direction. I've been doing this for a long time, so it will be easy for me. If you are new, keep it in one direction, right? Just keep it in one direction. So the finish will be really good. So wait for it. So this is the shadow, as you can see. See, this area of the shadow will be very dark, as you can imagine, because there's no light, there's no possibility of light. Right? There is no possibility of light. I'm just using Apsara. So trying to keep it as gentle, as smooth as possible. Just doing hatching, but very smoothly. Doing my pencil, like shading my pencil only in one direction. And for shading, keep the pencil a little blunt. Okay. Keep the pencil a little blunt, which will help you achieve smooth, even results. Just keep it in one direction. The result will be smooth and even. Just keep it in one direction. So you have to be very slow and gentle and gradual. Don't be in a hurry. See, the point is the shading should be even. One stroke should not be different from the other stroke. Other stroke should not separate. So that's the key. Just be gentle. Now I'm using 5B. And 8B. See how gentle and gradual the work was. That is how you achieve realism. You just have to go step by step. Now see, this is a subject where the light is falling on the subject. Light is falling on the subject. As a result of it, cast shadow and core shadow formation. That's all. So that's about it. Now it is looking three-dimensional because it is very realistic in nature. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my kneadable eraser and create reflection. So that is how you should do shading. Very gentle and very gradual, and then the work will look very realistic in nature. This is realism, and this is how I achieve realism. With just shading. And if we blend it, it will be more realistic in nature. We're not going to do that. This video is just about shading. We're not going to blend it today. This video is only about shading. How to achieve realism just using shading. With blending it will be more, we will see that in the forthcoming sessions. With blending it will be more realistic. And if you like educational videos, you can subscribe to my channel. If you like my style, you can always subscribe to my channel. Wait for the next video.